What's going on, Virgos? We're going to go ahead and jump into your April 2023 mid-month reading here. And we're going to take a look and see what's going on with you. So, give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that this is working here. 1 sec. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. Oh, Virgos. All right, let's see. What's going on, Virgos? Interesting. You do have this Empress card in the challenge here. And if you don't know, the archetype of the Empress is actually ruled by Venus. So, and I was just talking about this in the Taurus reading. So if you have Taurus placements, go watch the Taurus reading. It's interesting though. I actually feel like you have a lot of great things coming toward you here. I'm not saying everything's going to be, amazing, right? Even though it could be. But I do feel like there is spiritual fulfillment here. But one thing I'll say about this Venus being in the challenge, it's like when it comes to the current astrology as of today, tomorrow, the next day, just depending on when you're watching the video, Venus is squaring Saturn right now. And that's why I feel the Empress is in the position of the challenge. And Venus square Saturn is going to bring inertia, bring resistance to the things that we're trying to be co-creative with in regards to our relationships, in regards to our finances, our career, things that we're just trying to synergize with and sync with harmony. So I feel that's the challenge here. You're trying to create more at this time, or you want to create more. The Queen of Wands being in your current energy. I like your temperament here, Virgo. The King of Cups is the overall energy here for you for the month. So I get this is like a very active month. And I feel it's very active in the sense that some of you Virgos may be in the healing fields, or you're just somebody who deals a lot with people, probably, with the King of Cups. But just overall, I just feel like your temperament is very energetically in a flow here. Let's keep going now. Hold on. The Ten of Cups, though, in the near future, you can't beat that. Right? So I feel like this is a lot of peace, a lot of harmony. And I just feel like this is overall spiritual enjoyment. You just being able to enjoy life. I know you see the Ten of Cups all the time, and tarot is like the happily ever after and everything's going to be great. And it is that energy to an extent, but it's really about the inner satisfaction of the direction of where you feel like life is heading for you. And with it comes the happiness. Oh, Virgo. Let's see. Five of Wands is in the position of something that you're unaware of here. You may be in something competitive at this time, so you're just having to rise to the occasion, or you're just having to do your best here. Realize that things are happening for your highest good and your highest growth as well, with that Five of Wands being in your position of something that you're unaware of here. Also, too, Saturn and Leo can deal with issues of the ego, right? To where we can, we can clash with other people's personalities or other people's egos, or our inner world can be met with resistance or met with an obstacle, and it kind of our ego is being forced to grow. I kind of get you're in this energy of growth, big growth period. You have this Faith card, which is the Hierophant, and this is in the position of your advice. And this is about your morals and your values that support you throughout hard times or that just support you and that you live by in life. Right? There's also structure too. Learning as well. For some of you, it's like if you're in an energy of like struggle or like you're having some type of struggle, I don't feel like it's major. I mean, it could be, but the faith card as well is like leaning on support if you need it. Right? This is also about being proactive in your community as well. The things that you're involved in. Right? Social participation. Right? All right. Let's pull your outcome here. Looks good though. You have the Knight of Swords and the outcome here. I feel like this is a quick solution, or like once you sort of get through this initial resistance that you could be experiencing, I feel like things are about to move pretty quickly, or the resistance will ease up, or the inertia will ease up. But with the Knight of Swords as well and the outcome, it also is clear, decisive action, right? Because think about it, right? The Knight of Swords, it's Mars, really, right? It's energy, direction. And air deals with the communication, the mind, the intellect, our understanding. And the Ten of Cups is also Mars, but it's Mars in Pisces. So it's like, I feel right now, it's like you're having to stay, because I feel like you're already in good energy. This is about just staying spiritually aligned here and not letting your ego get in the way, or not let, like, you know, what you want super quickly, you know, get in the way. I'm seeing that cross. I don't know if y'all see that, but there's like a cross in there. I don't know if that's getting my attention. But it also has the yin and yang, and it has the pentacle, has the wheel of fortune. Interesting. All right, let's keep going. Some of y'all got some haters. I think I've been saying this for you, Virgo. I feel like I've been saying this for you for a while. Virgo and Aquarius, they've been having some haters lately. You have this transits card that says climate. And that's what initially what I picked up in the beginning of the reading with the Empress being in the challenge, is the Venus square Saturn energy that's going on right now. All right. So that's why, if you're newer, be sure to subscribe, click the notification button bell, because when I go live, the energies will be, you know, current. So right now in the transits with that Venus square Saturn, it's like when it comes to our Venus stuff, like our relationships, or when it comes to the things that we're trying to create in our lives, or co-create in our lives. Venus in Gemini as well does bring a lot of socialization, friends, meeting people, recreational activities, right? But the square to Saturn in Pisces is like, there's more to know, and I feel like you need to listen to your intuition on things, and making sure that things are spiritually aligned with you, and things are spiritually on your path here as well. It's interesting. I don't know why, but I'm picking up on, it's like superficial relationships are getting met with resistance, or things that are superficial are just kind of on the surface. Like there's a more deeper thing to be looked at. I'm not really saying like this is about your relationships, 'cause I'm not picking that up really, but it could be anything. Venus deals with our, just for one, it deals with our values, but it also deals with harmony, love, peace, enjoyment, especially in the creation process. What the things that we're creating in our lives. You got crowd games, right use of power here. I think this is the way you channel your energy, Virgo. Not getting caught up in a power. I don't know why power trip's coming to me. All right. 5 of Wands in the position that you're unaware of. That's why I say that, right? Our ego we can be on a power trip sometimes. It happens to all of us, all right. But this is also just like, if you're in a good position as well, it's about understanding your power and doing something good with it. Like channeling it into something good. Okay. Some of y'all definitely got Aquarius in y'all's chart. If you don't worry about it, but Virgo and Aquarius' reads have been overlapping each other for like a while. I mean, Pluto is in Aquarius, so everybody kind of is going through some Aquarius things. But, all right, let's clarify, Virgo. King of Wands, and you got the King of Cups here. I see a lot of you guys like, I see a lot of people in your energy here in regards to your relationships, people that you could even be working with, conversating with, interacting with. You're very multifaceted, huh, Virgo? I like your temperament, though, in this read. I feel like you're somebody who's like very confident, very decisive, very clear about the direction you're going and what it is that you want to do, what spiritually fulfills you, and also how you can give back to people as well. It's very interesting. Very heart-based, very heart-led. Clarify this Queen of Wands. You have the 5 of Cups here. It's interesting. I feel you have overcome this 5 of Cups, right? You can kind of still be going through it now. Like, we can go through a 5 of Cups and still be able to like navigate our lives and find energy and confidence through it, right? It's just the emotional hurdle of something that we're trying to defy. So I feel like there's something in the past that you've been defying, but it's interesting. It's like you've taken that energy and you've transmuted it into whether that's some type of creation or just have been transmuting the energy, basically. Motivated. People say pain can't motivate you. You crazy. Pain can be the best motivator sometimes. Take it from me, I got a Scorpio in my goddamn chart. Shit, pain's my middle name. All right, let's see. Ain't that from a movie? 6 of Wands and the Empress is your challenge here. I just feel like you're trying to further your growth and expansion when it comes to your, not only your just a peaceful, happy life, but also like just success in general. Knight of Wands, 10 of Cups here. Things look really well for you in the future. I feel like there's going to be a lot of, I'm hearing spiritual liberation, but it's more so just like you being able to enjoy what you're doing, the things that you're creating, you feeling like you're in alignment with spirit and the divine, and you being motivated by it with the Knight of Wands. It's interesting too, because you know when I look at the court cards, right? King of Cups, Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Wands. I see it as a temperament of personality, right? I mean that's what it is. And so like, if I don't know why this is coming through. I don't know even why. Okay, okay, whatever. We still got to clarify this, but obviously it doesn't look like I'm in control here, right? I'm just kind of picking shit up. But like, if y'all are readers out there, if you're learning tarot, I would say that because court cards can be kind of difficult to interpret sometimes. I just look at it as like a temperament, like an attitude, or just the energy that somebody's just embodying. I have no idea. I usually never say that in my reads, but I figured it'd help somebody. You also have this you are the breath, listen and connect to your intuition here. So that is the Venus square Saturn energies, and just Saturn being in Pisces in general. There's a need to look inward, develop your connection to the divine or spirit or God, whatever you call it, and let your inner world guide you. Trying to logically process things, trying to logically figure things out, or be analytical about it, or strategic about it, you're going to be met with resistance. I'm not saying don't be logical. It's not what I'm saying, but you gotta balance both. You gotta balance both. High Priestess, intuition. The High Priestess also is the moon archetype. So it's how we adjust to things, our inner security, our ability to be able to improvise, adapt, overcome. Right? And the Five of Wands, it could be inner frustration, or your conscious awareness is trying to expand, or you're going through some sort of conscious expansion, and there's a need to be fluid and flexible. It's basically just adapting. I feel like you're adapting to something, your ego, whatever the case might be, or just your sense of self, right? Like, for instance, let's just say, like, I don't know, let's just say you move states, right? Like, you get used to a whole new feel. You got Queen of Wands with the Hierophant for your advice. It's about having faith, positivity. Like, if you think about the Queen of Wands, it's like, it's heart-led, right? It's heart-based. It's really about somebody who follows their bliss and follows their happiness, right? And the black cat on the Queen of Wands represents the mysticism. It represents the esoteric and intuitive energies. So it's about trusting yourself. And you have the King of Pentacles here on the Knight of Swords. There could be a quick decision, or just a clear, decisive, very thoughtful, thought-through decision you're making around your career. This also could be you socializing more here as well. This is very Venus and Gemini. Very Venus and Gemini. Some of you may have Gemini in your chart. But let's see. Knight of Cups. You have the Hermit. You got the Fool card here. Are you ready to... This is a call to adventure. I feel like you answered it, though. I feel like you've already answered that call to adventure, and this is just about spreading, like, your wisdom, or it's about following that soul essence, the Hermit, right? Intuitive inner guidance, following your own inner light, right? The awareness of self-improvement, and also experience and guidance that you've picked up along the way. And the Knight of Cups is about what's in your mind's eye, your spiritual vision, or your spiritual quest, or just anything that you're trying to manifest. Am I rhyming here? I think I like going live. But yeah, the Fool card, this is a new beginning here. But you got the wisdom and you got the experience, and it's like whatever thing you want to begin, or if there's something beginning here for you, it's just like your intuition is correct, and you may kind of be too critical with it sometimes. You just got to listen. Saturn is opposing Virgo, right? And Neptune's there too. So Virgos, you're having to learn how to be more intuitive. But also at the same time, because anytime you have like an opposition, it's like opposition, right? You can it either pulls apart, right? You can pull apart by being too self-critical, by, being too analytical, OCD, or you could also like go totally in the opposite direction, right? Of just like not even paying attention to like the things you need to be critical about and all that type of stuff. You can go in total opposite, right? And be lost, Neptunian, lost in the sea. So it's about bringing both together. But that's I feel like that's more like if it's in the chart, if you have an opposition in the chart, like your natal chart. But like when you're going through the transit, it's kind of like, okay, I mean, it can still be that energy, but yeah. So that's what I got for you, Virgos. I appreciate y'all. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, the link is down below in the description. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Click the notification button bell and it'll notify you when I go live or when I upload or when I do anything. But otherwise than that, I'm going to go ahead and do Capricorn's read. So if you have Capricorn placements, I'll see y'all over there.